And the way I move along with them, I try to make sure that I grow the party by converting members from other parties to our party. And I can assure you that when I worked as school feeding, that is pro-gender. And it looks like
Chairman,
I've worked with the women.
Chairman, the nominee was asked whether he will be a regional minister for all. He is rehashing his CV.
Yeah.
Honorable Donatus, we beg you.
Yeah.
We beg you. We don't want you to set your own questions. The question was very simple and demanded a 1-minute answer.
Thank you, Chairman. I will work with everybody. I bring everybody on board.
Thank you.
Irrespective of their political colors.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll give the floor to Honorable Patrick Baum.
Honorable Donatus, congratulations. And we are all in love with your smoke. You are challenging the Zwarongo chief or the Zoko chief. Anyway, I'm mates with Dr. Reina Akumugri. We sat in the same class from Legon Law Faculty to the law school. He wants to find out from you, through the committee, your plans to fix the Zoko-Burkina Road, which is very important and dear to the good people of Bongo and the Upper East. And that there's not a single tarred road in your area. Being nominated as regional minister, what plans will you put in place to ensure that some of the roads in your district are tarred? Not the region. The region has a lot of tarred roads, but Zoko in your district, where Honorable Abongo was MP for 16 years. Honorable Bawa came from there. I'm sure you now have a new MP. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In terms of road network, Upper East can be classified as the region that has not got good roads, and that is inclusive of Zoko. So when I am given the nod, what I can do is to liaise with the Minister for Roads and Transport to ensure that the fair share of Upper East is given to us. And we'll have to come up with the roads that need to be tarred and those that need to be graveled so that they can work on that for us. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. That was a brief answer. On your CV, your religion, you said traditionalist. You are a traditionalist.
Yeah.
When you say you're a traditionalist, are you a malam or juju man, or you pour libation, or what kind of traditionalist are you, Donatus?
Thank you, Chairman. When I say traditionalist, it means I am practicing the traditional religion of my forefathers. That's what I said. Thank you.
African traditional religion.
Thank you, sir. That's right.
In the custom of Frafres or the people of Zoko?
In the custom of Frafres, people of Zoko are also part of Frafres. So we have our culture. And in fact, we are Guruji speaking. So we have our tradition and how we pray to our gods. So I pray through the traditional mode.
How is it done?
Well, to do it, you may need to pour libation. Yeah. You can evoke the spirits with your empty hands. You can also, when they demand for you to kill an animal, you do so. A fowl, you do so. That's what we do. Thank you.
No dog meat. Yeah. And I mentioned dog meat. Honorable Adongo was excited. Well, how about the Chuchuluga Sandema Funsi Road? Any plans as well as... let's deal with that. Then I come to my final question.
Thank you. The Chuchuluga from BC route was awarded.
VAC.
Yeah, was awarded under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's first term. And then it got abandoned. Some little work has been done about it. So when I'm giving the nod, what I will do is to liaise with the Ministry of Roads to understand where they have left, and to try and see how we can fix it and fast track, because that is a road that is linking to the food basket of the region. From BC Valleys is very dear to the region, and I will have to work hard to ensure that road is done. Thank you.
Chairman, my last question. A lot of MPs from the Upper East region, the citizens from Upper East region, they fly to Tamale. Some of them drive 2 hours to Bolga, some 4 hours to Pusiga. Lade is always struggling to get back to Accra. The Paga airstrip, I've landed there many years ago. It's not in good shape. Do you have any plans to discuss with the President to make it a priority to redevelop the Paga airstrip so that the Upper East can also receive commercial flights in that beautiful part of the country? Thank you, and I wish you the very best, Donatus. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. The airport in the Bolgatanga or Upper East region is something that is dear to all of us. And under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, there was some initial works done, and it got stuck due to probably funding. And so when the campaign was going on, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was in the region and assured us that that would be one of the major programs he's going to do. And so I will only have to follow up and insist and persuade him to ensure that that project is taken off to lessen the burden and also open up the region for economic activities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will proceed to give the floor to Ritana Odolesowa.
Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity. Honorable nominee, congratulations for your nomination by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. I have no doubts, listening to Haji Aladi, what she has said about you, I have no doubt that you work very well, making sure that you got 15 over 15 in the 2024 elections. So I want to congratulate you and wish you well. And it is my prayer that you bring all together. As regional minister, you are going to be the minister for everybody in the region. So let's work with them well so that we'll maintain our 15 seats and then more votes come 2028. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I will give the floor to Dr. Kabiru.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you very much, Mr. Donatus, for the confidence repose. I just want to congratulate you. But I just want 2 questions, simple questions. They have to do with security. And then most especially people in Boku commuting to Accra through the Boku-Bolgatanga route. Last year or so, some innocent people were also, if you want, some people were brutally attacked by the military, all on the back of the problem in Boku. How can you assure the people of Boku, in the meantime, was the president promised to have a final solution to the problem in Boku, how can you assure them the security to move out of Boku and move in of Boku without any hurdle?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The security in the Upper East region is really very serious, and it is a matter of concern to us. And what we are happy with is that immediately after the election, the president, on the 8th day, had visited the 2 leaders that are involved in the conflict. And plans are put in place, I understand, to see to it that there's a lasting solution to it. What I would do as a regional minister, if I'm given the opportunity, is to liaise with the security agencies, those who are the experts in the area, and my colleague in the northeast region, to see how we can do some engagements that will improve upon the situation and will lead to bringing lasting solution in the area. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My second question have to do with the mining at mining site around the Tongo areas and also the cardinal resources. There have been this tension between locals and then these mining companies, and also the activities of Galamsey and happening within that enclave. What steps will you take to ensure that locals benefit from the mineral resources, and also if there are concessions given to commercial, they also participate in the development of those communities involved?
Thank you, Chairman. Really, it has come to our knowledge that some tensions occur in the areas, partly due to the fact that the large mining companies probably have not given some space for the small-scale mining people to operate. Sometimes that is the cause. The second one could be community requesting for royalties or their involvement. And so what I would do is to engage the stakeholders, the companies and the communities and the mining groups. These people who are doing the small-scale mining, they have formed some associations, some groups. So I'll engage their leadership to find out how we can get a better solution to the problem so that we can coexist and exploit the resources for the benefit of all of us and for Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and let me just say thank you to the nominee for their answers.
Thank you very much. I proceed to give the floor to Honorable George Kweku Rikethegan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Nominee, congratulations. Again, I will say, as I've said to others, I also welcome you to the Club of Regional Ministers. Again, a challenge that is faced by regional ministers across the country is that of decentralized institutions who will operate in your region and take their orders from their parent institution, either a ministry, department, or an agency, where they draw their budget from. And many a times, projects happens in your region that you may not be aware of because they've taken the directives or the projects are signed in Accra. I want to find out how you will be able to work together with all these institutions to make sure that whatever is happening in your region in terms of project or programs, you are actually aware of it and you are able to help out in terms of making sure that the economic benefits of such projects are actually realized by the people in your region. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. The way I will address it, if I'm giving the nod, is that if the various departments find it difficult to cooperate with me because they take instructions from their mother departments at the national level, my first point will be to have engagement and good relationship with the sector ministers. And so if I am relating well with them, they will be able to share with me as to what their plans for Upper East is. And once they share with me, then I will be able to also engage the local players at the regional level, and so that we can fine-tune things together. And if I have constant meetings with the local players and make them to understand how we should coexist and operate with each other, I think we will solve the problem. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, last one. What would you like to see at the end of your 4 years? Hopefully you get a nod, as I believe you will. What you will call a success at the end of your 4 years for the people of the Upper East as their regional minister.
Thank you, Chairman. As the end of my tenure as a regional minister, I will want to see to it that the Bolgatanga airport is fully in operations. I would like to see the multipurpose dump of Palgu, which will provide jobs and open up the area for economic activities, will be constructed. I would like to see to it that the peace in Boku is actualized so that Boku can return to the good days where we used to refer to Boku as the West African constituency because it shares border with two international communities, Togo and Burkina Faso. And Boku was so good and also a business center until these things. And I hope that at the end of it all, as you equally see that the agenda 111 hospitals that are left there will be completed. Mr. Chairman, Upper East, we have a very serious problem in the health sector where you have the patient-doctor ratio to be 1:24,124 doctors. That's a very serious issue against the accepted UN ratio of 1:1,000. And so I will wish that at the end of my tenure, we should have the health sector improved because the healthy society will be the society that can lead us to development. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nomi, I wish you well. Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll give the floor to Jerry Shai. Available ranking.
Thank you very much, my able chairman. Honorable nominee, congratulations to you. Did you say you have 5 children?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
How many of them are currently enjoying the free SHS?
If you say free SHS, I have 2 of them who have completed SS already, and so they are not. I have one in the university. He is not enjoying free SHS. Then I have the last one is in GSS, and so I'm not a beneficiary as of now. Thank you.
But do you have any views personally on the free SHS?
Thank you. Personally, if you want to help people who are downtrodden, who cannot make it, it's something good. Free SHS is meant for, to bridge the gap between the haves and have-nots. And so it's a good policy. And so for me, the only problem that we have is the way it was implemented, where you do not have infrastructure and for classrooms and for dormitories. And in fact, that caused the quality of education. So we only need to improve upon the implementation of it so that we can have the full benefit of the whole process. Thank you.
You did not complete middle school. Do you have any reason why?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I did not even complete primary school too. Thank you. I started my primary school in 1977, and I ended the primary school in 1980. So which means I did some 4 years in primary school. So I didn't do 6 years. I went to the middle school. I did Form 1, Form 2, and wrote common entrance exams. And I qualified to go to secondary school. That's why I left in 1983. I went to Notre Dame Seminary Secondary School after I had qualified to enroll there. So therefore, I could not complete the middle school. Thank you.
So where did you have your national service?
Thank you, Chairman. I did my national service in Jokugu Primary. JSS. I did 1 year. Then the second time, once I didn't have admission And so I said, oh, then there's no way I should be following. So I decided to do another year there. I did 2 years in Jokugu JSS.
So you've been the regional secretary of your party since 98 or 88?
1998.
To date?
To date, yes, I am.
So you are the Mugabe of the Upper East region. That is correct. In terms of party leadership.
Thank you, Chairman.
As in NDC party leadership, yes.
I think that if it is NDC party leadership, I'm the oldest in the whole nation. Because I'm the NEC member, by extension of the regional secretary's position, you are a NEC member of the National Executive Committee. And so therefore, all the people who are there, even my national chairman was yet an MP. He was not a NEC member. So I'm the oldest of the NEC in this country.
At 55 years, you confirm that you are the oldest? Or it's a... Yes, Chairman, I got him. At 55 years, Honorable nominee, you are the oldest NEC member.
Thank you, Chairman. I've given the years that I started leading, being a NEC member. Per the NDC Constitution, if you are the regional chairman, regional secretary, you serve as a member of NEC representing your region. And so I became the regional secretary in 1998. Therefore, I was a member of NEC nationally. And I was there up to date. Today, as I'm talking, I'm still the regional secretary. And those who came, there were some other people who were leaders of the party, but some of them had left. So I'm the only one who has served. I served with his Honorable Hudi Ahaya there. And so Hudi Ahaya and Co are no longer there. Late Iti Mensa and Co, I was with them. They are no more. And so I am the oldest NEC member in this country.
So just for clarity, at what age did you first become a NEC member?
1998.
At what age, not year?
What age? Oh, they have to do that. I have to do the subtraction for 1998 to 1969. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the age. I understood you clearly. You said longest serving. Yeah. And I'm asking, at what age did you first become the NEC member? 16. So, and there is a reason behind that.
Yeah, I will do the math.
Check, maybe you were 16 years.
And do the mathematics.
Honourable member, you can make progress.
They've
done the calculation and they said that he's been there for 27 years. And at the time he joined the NEC, you are about 28 years. So please proceed to ask your question.
All right.
It's always good to have a very protective chair.
27 years. I was 27 years when I became
27
NEC
years.
member. Yeah.
Very well. Congratulations on being the longest serving.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so having perused your CV, there is the aspect of you graduating with a Master of Arts in Human Rights. Is that correct?
Thank you. That's true.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Have you in any way or form averted your mind to what is currently happening in your region with reference to early child marriages, and that in your area, it is recorded to be about 28.7%, as against the national one, which is about 19%. This is a problem. And I want to first of all find out from you, how do you intend to resolve this problem?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The issue you brought up is something that people do undercover. And so if somebody decides to give a daughter and the age. And what he will say is a help to the auntie. You may not know, you can't hold them for it. And so, but once we know that that is against the law, it is for us to engage, if I become the minister, to have community sensitization why it is not right for them and constitutionally wrong for anybody to marry somebody under the age of 18. And so I'll embark on that community sensitization.
Oh, just by way of information, the sensitization may not be enough. There is also, you have powers including getting the law courts to perform their task. I do not think that one of the things you want to see under your watch is to see a 13, 12-year-old getting all forms of teenage pregnancy and getting abused. So please take that up.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yes. I also have an issue with a lot of health practitioners or medical practitioners or officials or officers who happen to find themselves transferred or sent to your region. But what happens is that most of them run back. Don't you think there is something we are not doing right in the region to keep these people? And what are the things you think we are not doing right, and how do you intend to get them done rightly?
Thank you, Chairman. Well, it's really a common knowledge that people, when you send them to rural communities, those who are brought up in the urban areas, they find it very difficult to accept persons to rural communities. Mr. Chairman, Upper East is a rural region. And so probably those of them who, after accepting postings to the region, decide to abandon the region. Maybe it could be partly because of the fact that the region is rural, and if you are in a rural region, there are a lot of things that you may not have access to. People would like to probably improve their education and others. And so, and even the fact that we don't have an airstrip for you to even fly back to Accra to do your exams and others. For personal development, the people will have to get back to their urban centers. What I hope to do as a regional minister is that we'll have to link up with the education minister, who can provide a lot of things in the region, so that if people would like to improve upon themselves while they are working there, they will have that opportunity. And so that is the way to go. And the other way is also to try to partner with the district assemblies to see if they can sponsor our own. If they can sponsor our own people to be doctors, if they put you back to your own place, you cannot describe your place as rural and that you have to go to urban. And once you are accustomed to the conditions there, your likelihood of staying in the place is almost 90% than somebody moving from an urban area to a rural area. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So I have some statistics I just want to share with you, and you either agree with me or otherwise. So we have in your region about 96 health facilities comprising about 30 hospitals. 20 hospitals. 7 government, 3 CHAG, and 10 private. 67 health centers, 38 clinics, 3 private maternity homes, 488 demarcated CHIPS compounds, or CHIPS zones, 395 functional CHIPS zones, and 224 CHIP compounds. And I heard you rightly say that is 1 doctor to 24 patients.
24,000, not 24.
It's actually 24,124.
Well, 1 patient to 24,124.
1 doctor
to
24,124 patients.
Yes. And if the nurses ratio.
Yes, and the nurses ratio, you also have about
1 is to 313 nurse,
very apt.
Nurse, patients, nurse-patient ratio.
Very correct.
So that is very, very appalling.
Is there,
Yeah.
what other, apart from what you have just indicated, can we do?
And doing. We should also try to take the health issues as central in our lives. And so that every assembly we should engage every assembly to sponsor health workers so that we can be there. Another issue is also the combined effect of the facilities available. Some of the workers, because of the lack of funding, and sometimes the special drugs are not available. And so people find it difficult to come and know what to do, but there's no available drugs for me to treat the people. So people don't want to associate themselves with people losing lives because of lack of these items. And so we have to also get to government and let them understand the peculiar situation of Upper East region, and so that the supplies, medical supplies, and funding for certain activities are properly done and quickly, so that we can motivate the workers to stay in the region.
Is it possible? I mean, Chairman tells me RCC doesn't have a budget, but is it possible you're considering getting some private partners to support you, provide some accommodation for some of these people that come in as well? Is it possible?
Thank you, Chairman. That is quite possible, because these days it is not possible for only government to be able to bring about development. You have to look for public-private partnership. And actually, when I'm giving the nod, what we'll do is to get our people to start writing proposals and engaging private individuals to see how they can also augment the efforts of government, so that we'll be able to address the issue. Thank you.
So, having been party secretary from 1998 to date, there is the fear that you are going in to have an extension of your party office at the region. What assurances are you giving to all manner of people, be it CPP, GCPP, my mother sitting here, and myself visiting you in the Upper East region, that I am a die-in-the-wool MPP? What assurances are you going to give us to showcase proper servant, independent leadership, irrespective of partisanship?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Upper East, our politics is different from other regions. We are not antagonistic. We and the opposition parties, we are not antagonistic. We only engage on ideas. And because of that, we have good relationship. When I was nominated, you have the MPP regional chairman, their secretaries, all. They are happy that I'm there. And I can assure you that what happens is that when I'm driving my car and I see an MPP executive, I will pick him and card him to destination and say, please, can you join my party? So that's how we do. That's how we live in Upper East. And so I can assure you that my office as a regional minister, is an office, is a public office, is a public office for all citizens of Upper East region, and not for NDC alone. And for that matter, if I want to do my party business, I will find a day and assign the day to my party office where I can go and receive my party people about politics. And that I can separate the job of the secretary and that of a regional minister. Mr. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nominee. I think you are doing well. I want to find out from you. We have a lot of what I would term territorial conflicts or boundaries, conflicts that arise as a result of whether this is my boundary or your boundary, and we have it all over the place. I'm also very much well aware of the Arigu and Gubarugu. I don't know if I got the pronunciations right. I think it's Arigu and Gubarugu conflict that is gradually brewing. Any plans to avert that conflict, if at all?
Thank you, Chairman. It is Argo and Borgo. So, Guborgo and Argo.
I need the tutorials properly.
Yes.
Argo and Gorgo.
Guborgo.
Argo and Gorgo.
Thank you. So, actually, those issues are there. When I get to the office, by your permission, what I will do is to engage the community leaders and the key stakeholders of the area, and we will have to have dialogue. And when we dialogue, we will be able to get a solution to it. If we decide to go to fight, that will not lead to the benefit of anybody. There's no winner in war. So it is only dialogue that can solve. So I can assure you, I will liaise with the security agencies, I will liaise with the conflict resolution people and the stakeholders so that we carry out what necessary activities are there for us to ensure that we have lasting peace in those areas.
Thank you very much. Since you're talking about war conflict, let's still go on the tangent of the long-standing Boku conflict. I'm a very worried man. I have a friend that I lost as a result of this conflict. It's called Noon, from my constituency. He traveled to the north, specifically the Upper East, and never got back. He's been decorated now, or he's been decorated now as political and a whole lot. Chieftaincy issues and all that. Honorable Nominee, I know you want to end the Boku conflict. Tell us how you intend to do so.
Thank you, Chairman. The Boku conflict is an old one, actually, as you indicated. And it is not easy for one to sit on the table and say, you can end it. But you must take certain steps. And those steps have already been taken by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on his 8th day in government. And there's a certain roadmap that he has drawn between, the two feuding factions. And so what I would do is to rely on the roadmap drawn by the president and also engage the regional security agencies and find out where they are and what are the issues, or how can we deploy certain measures to be able to resolve the matter. I will not sit here to claim that I'm an expert in conflict resolution and I can do it alone. I will do by inviting people who have the know-how to help in that direction. Thank you.
I understand why you are a Mugabe. I do. So I think you have few tourist sites in your region. And maybe Chairman will tell you that you don't generate any IGF, but you have plans of collaborating with the Minister of Tourism or Ministry of Tourism. And what are some of these tourist sites? It is just the opportunity for you to sell Upper East.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Upper East is really lucky to have a lot or a number of tourist sites. You can be talking about the Tungu Hills. You can talk about the Tunzuk Shrine. You can talk about Bungu Rocks. You can talk about the Paga crocodile ponds, and so on. And so the way to generate revenue from this tourist sites is to, first of all, if I'm given the opportunity as a regional minister, to engage the Ministry of Tourism and to know what is their roadmap for me to make inputs. And when I know the roadmaps, and we try and also go ahead to ensure that we are able to construct the airport. You know, tourism goes with people visiting the area. So if the transportation to the area is not in the good shape, it will affect your tourism potential. So if we're able to construct the airport in Upper East region, it will go a long way to boost that kind of activity that will lead to realizing some revenue for the local operators and the whole country. That's how we have to go about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have a further question? Okay, I recognize Roxanne Napamo Honorable for supplementary.
Chairman, thank you very much. My Regional Secretary, RM nominee, welcome.
Thank you.
Fantastic guy. And we thank the President for recognizing you for this role. Yet, now, as a follow-up to the question regarding the rehabilitation of the road to improve tourist visitation to the tourism attraction sites that are in your region. There's a road that stretches between Asonge to Zalerigu, through Damogo to Tindungo, through Pelungu and ends at Sakuti. It's a very bad rocky road. But if you prioritize its rehabilitation, it will help in the tourist travel between the areas that he mentioned earlier and the tourist attraction sites dotted along this stretch. As the RM, will you prioritize that this stretch of road be done? First, to ease transportation of goods and services, and also to improve the inflow of tourists to the area.
Thank you, Chairman. My honorable member knows Upper East more than myself. But actually, that is an area or an enclave that has a certain connection to the tourist areas. And so, surely, if I become the regional minister, it is one of the top priorities to ensure that we do road rehabilitations in those areas. In fact, we'll have to even open up the whole region. If you go into Upper East entering from Tamale, you can see that we have only one highway straight into town. That is something that we need to look at. We have to do some kind of engage the road minister if we could do some overpass, both left and right, and so that you can have a way of circumventing. And mind you, we are in a situation where you have conflict. And that is where when you are coming in and there's no way you could maneuver, once you take off, they know sure banker that you are passing through here and people will wait for you. So opening up route network in Upper East is part of the ways that we have to do to resolve conflict or reduce conflict. And so I will lace up with the Ministry of Roads and Transport to ensure that we open up the region, constructing feeder routes, and rehabilitating those that are existing so that we can boost the region's potentials. Thank you.
Chairman, thank you, Odabio.
You know your region houses the right honorable speaker. Is it Upper West or Upper East? Upper West. Okay. Very well. So I've been corrected. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So my final question to you. Water. sanitation in the markets, and arsons in the market. These are all security issues. Water. How do you intend for the good people of Upper East to get clean, drinkable water, to have their markets safe so that they can ply their trade? Their roads are safe. No armed robbers are going to chase them when they've done a lot of selling. And yes, how do you intend to?
Thank you, Chairman. As you said, actually, water is life. And I'm happy that under the NDC government, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, there are a lot of works that were done in water. You have Boku Water Township, and you have the one in Bungo and others. We have to continue to expand and make sure at least most of the communities have these water systems. And that is also engaging in getting the dams where the water is drawn from. The water is drawn from Via and Tunu. So if those dams are not desilted, they will affect our program of getting clean water for the areas. So we have to look at those projects and improve upon them, and then also expand the water systems in the various communities so that we'll have water for the people. And so if you do not have clean water, it can lead to cholera. If they drink from any bad source, it can lead to cholera. And so water is connected to the health of the people, and that is a priority that we have to embark on. Thank you.
I am told the MPP government did a lot of work with reference to water, from Navrongo to Boga. I'm sure you are aware of. The upper is water supply. Pardon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am not much abreast with it because I was in the regional minister at that time. Thank you.
Donatus, we all know you are a very honest man. So you are not aware of the Upper East water supply system. $40 million by DENICE, which was commissioned by President Akufo-Addo, the presence of everyone in the region. There's nothing wrong admitting of this very important project. There's nothing wrong with it.
Says you're not abreast.
How can you not be abreast with such a very important? Donatus, come on. We like you, but this one, Mugabe, with all, you can ask Agaga, you can ask Clementa Park. Adongo was part of the committee that approved the loan finance committee. Adongo, come on. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Honorable Patrick Boama, the nominee, in a very clear and unambiguous term, provided the answer. He is not abreast with what you are talking about. So we take that as an answer to the question. Please.
Thank you very much. But there's something I like about Chairman. Anytime he's trying to do some nice chauffeur, he's very serious behind the wheels. And the nominee, we get you. We get you. But I'm sure you are aware. I'm sure you are aware. I'm sure you are aware.
Mr. Chairman, I said I am not abreast with the issue.
Mr. Regional Minister nominee, this is my final question to you. Do you have, it depends on the fact that, because he's not abreast, that is why I want to bring his mind to that. Do you have any form of betting activities in the Upper East region? Betting.
Mr. Chairman, if you say any form of betting activities, I cannot talk to it because, one, if the people are doing it behind the scenes and it's not in public, it's not published, I will not be able to know. And so I I'm not abreast of issues of betting.
Well, so, but do you think the betting tax should be scrapped?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Any tax that will not lead to development, devoid of people suffering, can be allowed to stay. But if the tax is such that it's exploitative of a certain class of people, and government proposed to abolish it, I am for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish you very well. And I just heard about dog meat factory. Is there a factory in your region which is a dog meat factory?
Well, thank you. I think you want to take me back to the early days of the MPP, where our Dagati brothers, Anton Kabu, declared he was going to build a dog factory in Upper West. Who were even begging that if you could do one in Upper East. He has not even completed one in Upper West, let alone Upper East. So as of now, there's no factory.
Thank you very much. I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Akamugri Donatus Atanga. La Mani.
La Anson.
Udansika. La Ang Sona.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Thank you very much. I recognize the following guests. Chairman Pio PR, the Tuderi Adiali Ayagitam. Ayagitam, President, Upper East Regional House of Chiefs. Naba Alam Yarum Baba Salifu, Paramount Chief of Bongo. Naba Alangum Taba, Sairu, Namo Chief, Naba, Kabampuya, Dagari Chief, Alaji Mumuni, Bo Naba, Regional Chairman, Upper East, Mr. Abubakar Salifu, Atongo, Regional Vice Chairman, Mr. Aganda Atia, businessman, Mrs. Patricia Akamugri, spouse of the minister nominee, Mr. Mutawa Kilu Yasana, regional organizer, Mr. Tahiru Aberenga Nsobila, constituency chairman, Bongo, Timpani chief, Naba Kletus Abugri, Tensia chief, Naba Abukbila, Bari chief, Nyakura Manti, Mr. Jonathan A. Salifu, regional communication officer, Honorable Kletus Avoka, former member of parliament, Zebila, former Upper East regional minister, Honorable Ephraim Avia, Honorable James Tinga Zuga, Honorable Albert Abongo, former member of parliament, Honorable Edward Bauer, chief executive of GMPC, Honorable Charles Bauer, member of parliament, Bongo, Dr. Aaron Issa Anamfuri, former chief executive, SIC Life, Dr. Aaron Issa, Honorable Isaku Bakuri, former MCE Boku, Honorable Roger Abolimbisa, former MP Bursa North, Bonotobo members, all constituency, Bonaboto. Well, I have Bonoboto. So it's Bonoboto members, all constituency chairman. You are welcome. But honorable members, I will plead with the nominees yet to be vetted. Starting from tomorrow, you will only be allowed 10 guests to accompany you. The marshals will be at the gate to return the 11th person. Therefore, to avoid embarrassment, don't come with more than 10 for only the rest to be returned. Please, take note, and notice is hereby accordingly served. Honorable Minister nominee, thank you for attending upon the committee. You will surely hear from the committee, and you are hereby discharged.
Thank you, Chairman.